In my own life, I like organizing my life using the vision board, because when I visualize and I document, then I'm able to achieve whatever I've set myself to do. So that is now my number one thing that I normally do when it comes to executing whatever I've planned to do in my life. So the vision board of 2021 is like an extension of 2020, because the 2021, yeah, it was there, but we only achieved maybe 2 things, and there were additional things that weren't there before, and I implemented. So the changes of 2020, I will not say they are our goals, but I'll say that they are our intentions of 2021. Of 2021, number 1 is say no to energy drainers and cut off the habit to tolerate them. Energy drainers are things or people who sometimes intentionally drain your emotional energy. They feed on your willingness to listen and care for them, leaving you so exhausted and so overwhelmed. Do you have a friend like that? Is it yourself that you do self-sabotage all the time by doing things that are not giving you energy? Those things that you do but do not add value to your life or well-being, those are energy drainers. They are things that we have been tolerating, ignoring, or putting up with that drains us of our precious energy. This can be mental or physical clutter. In order for us to move and create space for ourselves and only do what adds energy to our lives, we must learn to identify and respond to the energy drainers. I want us to do one exercise. The first exercise is identify the energy drainers. And they have taken advantage of our space, time, and energy, leaving us, me and you, drained. A few people in your circle place their problems squarely on your shoulders, and unknowingly you have been there 100%, fully involved in their lives' dramas. They take your time that you have given them, your space, and even when they talk, they have no responsibility for their contributions to their difficulties. All they need is emotional support to boost their self-esteem. Do you have a friend like that? By saying this, I don't refer to a friend who genuinely is going through stuff and actually wants help. At least you can tell. Most energy drainers intimidate, criticize, and always demand a lot from us who have given them ears so that we can listen to their problems. This continuous drain on us can have no effect on our well-being. That's why it's important to recognize the behaviors and then work to remove them. Our intention 2021 is to identify and remove energy drainers. Number 2, establish boundaries. Do not give anyone room in your life that does not deserve to be there. Stop associating with people who drain your energy and leave you empty. If you know someone at work or around your circle who keeps on complaining and whining, limit your interactions with them. If you've agreed to lunch before, minimize to 1, 2, and eventually get rid of it. We don't need energy drainers this year. Number 3, guard your emotional capacity, because this drains your emotional intelligence. It is painful, but this can work, cut them out entirely. Start slowly cutting these toxic relationships out, focusing on a few areas, and then expand. In most cases, you have the freedom to cut this person from your life entirely. This may seem dramatic, right? But you have to remember that you will protect yourself in the end. Bottom line, by recognizing these behaviors and trying to put an end to it, you are protecting yourself, your health, and your overall well-being. I prefer to reserve my time, intensity, and spirit exclusively to those who reflect sincerity. Again, I repeat, you shouldn't do this to a friend who genuinely needs help. At the end of the day, ask yourself 2 questions. What is draining your energy? And what is adding to your energy? By asking yourself these 2 questions, you've become aware of what is really worth your energy. Is it trying to please others and make them validate you? Is it social media? Do you fuel drama? Is it a gossip group? Is it sleeping late while watching a movie? Living in the past and worrying or holding a grudge? Beating yourself up because of past mistakes? Overworking without taking breaks? Acting against your values because you always find yourself pretending so that you are accepted by others? One quote that I love is from John Rowan. Is it Ron or Ron? If you don't design your own life plan, chances are you will fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. Cut off energy drainers. You can only cut off when you've identified them, you've created boundaries, and you work towards eliminating them. Intention number 2, cut the habit of complaining. Instead, cultivate the habit of gratitude. Be happy, be yourself. If others don't like it, then let them be. Happiness is a choice. Life isn't about pleasing everybody or everyone. All you have to know is that gratitude attracts more positive things into our lives. Gratitude and complaining do not coexist simultaneously. It's your life. You must choose the one that best serves you. Is it complaining? Is it gratitude? You know, gratitude is the law of increase, while complaining is the law of decrease. I also view that same thing, that gratitude is the law of increase and complaining is the law of decrease. Because the more you give gratitude, the more you see the positive side of life. The more you do the complaining, the more you see the negative part of life. So we will continue feeding on the negative instead of feeding on the positive. And we don't need that in 2021. It's easier, you know, to focus on all the negative things you may be faced in life, especially like we are moving from 2020 to 2021 with the pandemic and everything. But the best way to cut the habit of complaining is to cultivate the habit of gratitude. To cultivate gratitude, I want us to keep a gratitude journal. First of all, write down 3 things that you're thankful for each and every day. But don't just focus on good things only. You know, life is full of experiences and lessons to help us grow. So challenge yourself to change your attitude and remember to be thankful for all that you have and for those things that you don't have. If you do this, you will absolutely kill the habit of complaining. Number 1 is a journal of gratitude. Practice it. Gratitude is a powerful emotion that fills our souls with an appreciation for the small things in life. Life is so beautiful. If you only see those small things and thank God or thank the universe for giving you those things. Another thing is you can also give back to the society. When you see people around us that have so much less than what we have, it puts things into perspective. You will be complaining, yet you have legs, you have hands, you have mouth, you have eyes. What about those who don't have? Yet they are so happy. So our intention number 2 in this 2021 is to cut the habit of complaining, instead cultivate a habit of gratitude. In this exercise, we said keep a journal, practice it, and give back. Intention number three divided into 3: take rest and maintain a healthy lifestyle, nutrition, and fitness. Take rest and maintain a healthy lifestyle. We all are busy looking and chasing for the gold, the money, everything, trying to make ends meet. Take breaks from your busy schedule and get enough sleep. Make rest a priority. Say no to some things that make you not rest. I know we all have busy schedules. I know we all have work to do. But it's important to make sure that you get enough rest. Nutrition. Keep a healthy diet. Adding fruits and vegetables in your diet is a perfect foundation for starting a healthy routine. We also said take water. Manage your mental health and distress. Fitness. Exercise. Be physically active every single day. Maintain a healthy weight and body shape. Challenge your mind. There's so many games, there's so many things on the internet that will challenge our minds. Even when in workouts, there's so many apps out there for all of us to download and do them. I've added weight, I know, and it's seen everywhere, in my arms, everywhere in my midsection. I've added weight, but I'm not complaining, because we said that this year we're not complaining, but we're doing things that will make us achieve whatever ideal weight we want. So I am also on this intention number 3 to make sure that I'm healthy and I'm having a healthy lifestyle. My nutrition will be right, my fitness will be right, and my mind will be right. I give you one example of one game that has really challenged me, that makes me so, I wake up very early in the morning, is Elevate, introduced to me by a friend who really wants the best for me. And that game is nice. Elevate. You can download it in Android or in App Store. Any App Store, you can get it there. Intention number 4. It's a quite interesting one, but depending on our determination, our focus, and our commitment, we will be able to achieve this. Number 1, time wasters. Time wasters is anyone who causes another person to waste time doing something that does not achieve any good result. One example of this is procrastination. My dear friends, time is easy to waste, especially if you're not highly focused on its passage. Benjamin Franklin wrote, "You may delay, but time will not." The problem with the time is that it keeps on ticking away whether you notice it or not. I'll repeat. You may delay, but time will not. The problem with time is that it keeps on ticking whether you notice it or not. So if you continue procrastinating, time keeps on ticking and it will not go back. It never waits for anybody. Time is money. Time is not only fleeting, it is costly for any organization, for any business, for anybody. Another thing that wastes our time is jumping from task to task. The first step in being more productive is knowing what your priorities are. When you're clear on your priorities, you no longer feel compelled to jump from task to task. Rather, you can spend your time doing what is most important based on what your priorities are. Exercise number 4. Schedule your time and have a to-do list or errands. There's so many apps out here. Now, in the era of mobile phones, we have so many apps that will help you. One of it is OneNote. And the symbol Excel. We can use Excel to keep a to-do list, a simple one. So this 2021, we'll stop procrastinating. We'll know that time is money. We will not jump from task to task, and we'll learn to prioritize by having a to-do list and scheduling our time. Intention number 5. This one is make use of learning resources and information to build our knowledge. Invest in self-learning. Who want to do some courses or elevate their knowledge. This will expand your professional skills. Every day learn something new. Companies are very good. Organizations are very good. They have online platform for their staff to continue learning and developing in their career. Another thing is network online. And also it doesn't hurt to invest in continuing education and certification. There's so many ways of doing this. There's Udemy, there is a Show Academy. All those, you can Google them and find out. Intention number 6 and the final one is take charge of your finances or our finances. I've categorized into 3. That is income, expenses, and savings. Keep tab on what flows into our account, be it your salary or money from all other sources of income that we have. Expenses, living below our means, cutting down on costs and saving our money. Savings is paying ourselves 10%, and the rest we are going to follow the rule that we lay down based on our expenses. Now let's talk about expenses. Are we keeping a tab of whatever goes out of our account? And when we live below our means, what does that mean? It means we have the power to handle everything that comes our way. A good rule of this is to live on at least 5% or 15% less than the amount we earn. How are we going to achieve all these 3 things? Keeping a tab on our expenses, keeping a tab on what comes into our account, and keeping a tab on what stays into our account once we've finished everything. One is create a plan and a financial goal for your money. Create and automate your budget. Save, save, save. Pay yourself. Because you've worked hard, you have to earn something. You're the one who's making the money at the end of the day. Pay yourself. Now, cut down or find places where to cut on expenses. Are you eating out frequently? Have you subscribed to so many cable channels that you don't require? Netflix, whatever. Avoid impulse investments. Just because a friend has invested, you also want to invest, yet you didn't have the plan for that. If you have credit card or loans, work on the interest. Very important is build an emergency fund. And best of it all, learn to live with less. Exercise. Write down what you value in life. Then look closely at your last few financial statements, which some banks provide online, especially credit cards or bank statements. You can see your habits or the trend of how you spend your money. Does your purchases match your value? Bye guys, hope this helped you so much. I know it helped me. I hope it helps you as well. Ciao.